Hello. Hi everyone. Good evening. Can all of you hear me? Okay, great. So welcome to IIMTS and thank you for coming to the class. How are all of you? Asia, Sanobar, Seher, Prabha, Najat. Can all of you hear me clearly? Okay, great. So today we are going to learn about logistics. Do you know what logistic is? What do we mean by the term logistics? Does any one of you have any idea what is logistics? No one. Okay, no problem. See, the work required to move and position inventory throughout the supply chain, which serves to link and synchronize the overall supply chain as a continuous process and is essential for chain connectivity. Now this definition might be sounding a bit complicated to all of you. Logistics is the management of the flow of goods between the point of origin and the point of consumption in order to meet the requirement of customers or corporations. From the time the goods are manufactured until the time it reaches the customer, all the movement of the good, right from the factory till it reaches the market, that whole flow of goods is known as logistics. Clear? So let me write it down here, the easy definition. Yes. Logistic is the management of the flow of goods. How the companies manage between the point of origin. Here the point of origin means the place where the goods are manufactured, made. And the point of consumption. Point of consumption is means it is available in the stores for the customers to buy in order to meet some requirements of customers or the corporations. The resources managed in logistics can include physical items such as food, materials, animals, equipment, and liquids, as well as abstract items such as time, information, particle, and energy. The logistic of physical items usually involves the integration of information flow, material handling. Now all this process comes in logistics. Information flow means sharing of information from one place to another. Material handling, production, packaging, inventory. Inventory means the amount of goods which are stored in the godowns or the warehouses. Transportation, warehousing, and often security. The complexity of logistics can be modeled, analyzed, visualized, and optimized by dedicated simulation software. So we have a software through which a company or a customer can view the status of their goods. The minimization of the use of resource is a common motivation in logistics for import and export. Now the less the number of resources, the less complex will be it is. Can all of you think of an example of logistics? Can you tell me? All of you do shopping, I hope. So can you suggest an example of logistics? How many of you do online shopping? How many of you do online shopping? No one? Okay. Okay, now what do you notice in online shopping? As soon as you buy any product online, it will show the status as soon as the shipment is couriered, as soon as your item is dispatched from there, you can track it down, right? That is an example of logistics. You can track where your goods exactly is. That is done through this simulation software. Now the companies directly send from their warehouses to the customers. So it reduces the number of middlemen in between, which reduces the price of the product. That is why the prices of products online is more cheaper. There is one more definition, small, which I want to share. The easy definition. First, I want all of you to understand the meaning of logistics, then I will proceed. Courier is another example. Couriers. How about when we send something to speed post? We can say logistic is the process of planning, implementing and controlling the effective and efficient flow of goods and services from the point of origin to the point of consumption. Here point of origin means the factory where the goods are produced or manufactured. Now suppose you have some production house here and you have to dispatch, once the production is done, you have to dispatch it to wholesalers. One wholesaler is in Dubai, one wholesaler is in Oman, one is in India, one is in US. How will you do it? So some if it is in the same country, some use trucks. If it is in another country, we use air cargos or flights or by trains, right? So the company chooses the best possible option where the art of choosing the path through which the goods can be sent at a minimum cost, right? That is considered to be the best. That is why they have written. It is the process of planning. They plan through which process will they send the goods to their retailers or wholesalers or directly to their showrooms, stores. Implementing and controlling the effective and efficient flow of goods. all the goods should be available in each of the stores all the time for customers. There should be no shortage of goods. This is what logistics is. Renan, good evening. How are you? Joined late. Now see this statement regarding related to logistics. That's a good statement. So now have all of you got the picture of what logistic is? Good evening, Renan. How are you doing? Perfect. Okay, good. So welcome to the class. Thank you for attending the class. Today we are learning about logistics. So see, read this statement. Companies began to realize that effective logistics is all about managing the trade-offs, as said by Philip Evers, Associate Professor of Logistics Management at the University of Maryland, R.H. Smith School of Business. When you minimize cost in one area, then they often go up somewhere else. If you ship by rail, you may reduce your transportation cost, but your inventory carrying and packaging cost will go up. So experts are hired for this process. We have a separate logistic department in each of the organization where they plan how to move their goods from one place to another place. Clear, everyone? There is one more definition. Logistic management tries to have the right product in the right quantity at the right place at the right time with the right cost. This one is good. See this fantastic definition. Logistic management tries to have the, what is the role of the logistic management? They tries to have the right product in the right quantity at the right place at the right time with the right cost. So there are two roles of logistic management. There are two responsibilities on them. Number one, quality of service, and number two, low cost. It should be kept in mind that the customers will be given the quality service, that is the products are available whenever the customer needs it, and it should be given to the customer at the low cost. That should be the two targets. Now, the logistic management is not good if they choose wrong methods for transporting goods. Obviously, the cost of transportation will go up, as a result of which the cost of the product will also go up. So one should be careful that we should use right logistic method. Few more points. Logistics in a business aim to the following contributions. Number one, achieve maximum customer satisfaction level. The customer should always be keeps satisfied. Ensure high product quality. The quality of the product which are being dispatched should be of good quality. It should not be broken or damaged, nothing like that. So logistic management has to keep in mind that the product which are being dispatched should be properly what to say, what is that term for, packed, should be properly packed so that there are no damages. Achieve minimum cost, and all the process should be done at a minimum cost. Be flexible in the constant market changes. So these are the 4 parameters. So we can also frame one formula for logistic, that is logistics is equal to supply plus material management plus the distribution. All these 3 processes are involved in logistics. We supply the product to the retailers, to the wholesalers, to the showrooms, markets. Material management, the wholesalers, retailers should make sure that there is no shortage of product in the market, and the demands of the wholesalers or retailers should be met all the time. And then the distribution to different retailers or wholesalers on time. These are the 3. So we also have one council of logistic management in the world. According to them, the definition is logistic is the process of planning, implementing and controlling the efficient, effective flow and storage of goods, services and related information from point of origin to the point of consumption for the purpose of conforming to customer requirements. This is the definition which was given by Council of Logistic Management. One second. Okay, let me share one PDF file. I found this interesting. Let me share one file. So up to now, is everything clear to all of you? Any doubts? Is supply and distribution the same, that is to wholesalers? And yes. No, it is not exactly same. Supply means from the production plant. It is first supplied to the warehouse. From there it is distributed to various retailers or to the organization's warehouse. From there it is distributed to the retailers or wholesalers. Okay, let this PDF gets uploaded. Prabha, is it clear to you? Zenin, Seher, Sanobar, Asiya. Okay, good. What happened? The slides are not changing. Okay, just a second. Okay, let's discuss the key components till the time the PDF is getting uploaded. It will take some time. Let's do it here. Yeah. Now, these are the key components of logistics with respect to the key activities. I think it's uploaded. Yeah. Now, can you see this figure? Najat, you asked me about supply and distribution. Now, see this figure. This figure. These are the two warehouses. In this part, we are doing physical supply from source of supply. That is the from where it is supplied. It is supplied to the warehouse by using the rail, and again from warehouse it is supplied to the plant operation department, and from there it is again supplied to the another warehouse by means of trucks, and from here it is physically distributed by means of trucks of cargoes. The physical supply chain channel refers to the time and space gap between a firm's immediate material source and its processing point. The physical distribution channel refers to the time and space gap between a firm's processing point and its customers. So from here, from plant to warehouse, and from warehouse to customers, and here from source of supply to warehouse, and from there to plants. So who are the four key players in this whole process? Suppliers, that is vendors, manufacturers, wholesalers and retailers, and the last one is customers. Clear? This. Yeah. Now see this. The key components of logistics, that is the key activities. The logistics activities can be classified into a core and a supporting activity. The core activity takes place in every supply channel, as can be seen from the figure. The core activity takes place in every supply channel. Okay. They contribute the most to the total cost of logistics, or they are essential to the effective coordination and completion of the logistic task. These tasks are mentioned below. Number one, customer service, typically defined by marketing. Second one is transportation. Third one is inventory management, and the fourth one is information flows and order processing. I've already discussed these four. So as you can see in the figure, this is the inventory or the godowns. From there it is supplied to the customers to transportation, and then again if more units are required, then they will send the order to again inventory, and again this process continues. Customer order processing. If customer needs more, then again they will send. So this process continues. Now with respect to support activities. The support activities varies from company to company. It includes number one, warehousing. Warehousing means where the stocks are kept. Space determination, stock layout, configuration, stock placement. So in this we have to choose a place where the warehouse can be made, what size it should have, how much units can be kept there, right? Then we have materials handling, that is equipment selection and replacement policies, order picking procedures, stock storage and retrieval. Then we have purchasing, supply source selection, to whom we have to sell the products. Purchase timing, purchase quantity, how much quantity does the retailer is buying or the wholesaler is buying. Protective packaging. Packaging is very important so that while the goods are transported, it should not get damaged. Designed for handling, storage, protection from loss or damage. Cooperate with production or operations. Specify aggregate quantities, sequence and time, production output, schedule supply. And the last one, information maintenance. That is information collection, storage and manipulation, data analysis, control procedures. The data and the information for all the process is kept in the form of information for future references. Now see this flow chart. Key components of logistics. Now this is the main center, the warehouse. Storage, warehousing and material handling. So all these four parts are included in inventory, transport, packaging. So in packaging, what they do, they packaging and utilization, unit loading in the vehicles, protective packaging. The unit should be packaged. The unit should be packed properly. Handling system, it should be handled properly. In inventory, what they do, what to stock, where to stock, how much to stock, right? What items should be kept in the godowns, where should be it kept, location, and how much it should be, how much to stock, how much units should be stored in the godowns or warehouses. Then we have the transport. In transport, we choose the mode of transport, the best mode of transport, which is from cost point of view. The transport method should be cheap, so that there is no cost problem while delivering the product. Type of delivery option, load planning, route schedule, which route should be chosen for through which the goods will be sent. Then we have information and control department. In this, the design of the system is done, control procedures and forecasting. Forecasting means predicting. I have already taken one class on forecasting. Then storage, warehousing, and material handling. In this, the location of the warehouses is chosen. Number and size of distribution depots is chosen. What kind of storage is done is scheduled here. And last one, materials handling equipment. So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pillars of logistics. Clear, everyone? Any doubts till now? Okay. Now the role of logistics in your organization. Well, just excuse me for a second. Let me take a glass of water and then I will continue. Okay, now the role of logistics in an organization. Logistics in an organization are considered as a continuation of marketing. Logistics play a critical role in each of the three critical elements of the marketing concept. That is customer satisfaction, integrated effort or system approach, and corporate profile in several ways. Now let's take a look at the first one, customer satisfaction. Okay, I think someone has joined. Rajiv. Rajiv, can you hear me? Okay, great. So good evening and welcome to the class. How are you doing? Okay, fine, no problem. So we are discussing about logistics today. Okay. Okay. So in customer satisfaction, we have suppliers, intermediate customers, and final customers. Then in integrated effort, we have product, price, promotion, and place of distribution. And in corporate profit, we have maximizing of the long-term profitability, lowest total cost given, and acceptable level of customer service. Nothing much to explain. The logistics strategy. How to do logistics. So, what are things to be kept in mind before starting the logistic management process? Selecting a good logistic strategy may yield a competitive advantage over your competitors. It must not be seen as a less creative process than developing the corporate strategy. It is suggested that a logistic strategy has three objectives. Number one, cost reduction. So the organizations focus on the cost reduction. How can it be achieved? By choosing the cheapest transport, and the logistics should be reached on time without damage, right? Description: minimizing the variable cost associated with the movement and storage of the goods. Sample issues: what are the issues can come in achieving this goal? Evaluate alternative course of action, choosing among the different warehouse locations, or evaluate alternative transportation modes. So these two are the issues. Now see, any organization has not only one warehouse across the world or country. They have so many warehouses, right? In practical, they have hundreds and thousands of warehouses. Companies have, big companies. So the company has to do the planning that which shop or which retailer or wholesaler should be connected with which warehouse, right? So that which is closest to them, or from the or which is cheapest to them from the point of cost, and through which method which transportation method will be cheapest in sending them the goods. Next is capital reduction. Minimizing the level of investment in the logistics system, maximizing the return on logistic assets. Shipping direct to customers to avoid warehousing. Now, how can the company's money be saved? Right. Now, many companies don't keep this concept of warehouses. What they do, they directly want to ship the product from plant to the customers instead of keeping it in the warehouses, which cost them more. The maintenance cost or the salary of the persons who are managing the warehouses, and so many other small costs, which impact on the capital of the company. So the company wants to reduce its capital. How can that be done? By minimizing the level of investment in the logistics system, maximizing the return on logistic assets. Assets means the what to say, the resource they are using for logistics, for movement of goods from one place to another. Shipping direct to customers to avoid warehousing. Choosing public warehouses over privately owned. Now there are some public warehouses which are made by the government of that country, where they can store their products, and public warehouses are cheap. They have a cheaper cheaper rent price. Selecting a just-in-time supply approach rather than stocking to inventory. And last one is service improvement. The good the service, the more the customer base any organization will have. Recognizing that revenues depend on the level of logistic service provided. Provide different and better service than your competitor. The better your service will be, the good what to say, it will increase your customer base. Now see this logistics planning hierarchy. That is the decision phase where the decisions are made. So, in order to ensure a successful supply chain management, it is essential that a strong planning approach is adopted. Planning should be undertaken according to a certain hierarchy that reflects different planning horizons and spans of decisions. So in this we have strategic decision, tactical, operational, for planning and controlling the whole process. Ensure the operation is set up to run properly, prepare the operation effectively, operation is doing the right thing, operation is running efficiently. So see these critical questions, very important. Now, while deciding on the strategy, the logistic management people or the management or the managers always take into consider these questions. Warehousing, how many warehouses are required, where should the warehouses be made, management, whether the warehouses should be built by themselves or owned by own companies or money, or it should be a public warehouse. It means that it should be taken on rent. What should be the size of the warehouse? Storage or material handling, raw materials policy, what policy from where the company will buy the raw materials, ready material policy, what policy the company adopt for when the materials are made, what technology the company will use in making their product, automation level, transportation, warehouse replenishment, transportation, what transport mode the company will going to use, how will the product will be distributed to their clients. All these questions are discussed. All these while discussing the strategy. Then the planning. In planning we have again warehousing, rent or buy, location, capacity. Capacity means how much units can be kept over there. Arrangement, equipment and storage, we have size of pallets, transportation, whether big transportation is required or big vehicle or small, or vehicle should be bought by the company or it should be taken on rent and other. And then finally we have the operations. We have personal working hours, how much how much manpower is required. Then we have material handling, products for stock, and so these are all common, nothing new. Now, what issues are faced by in decision making? These are the issues in strategic. We face customer service, channels of distribution, supply points, production locations. All of you can read it. It's very easy. Nothing much to. This is not in your course. So we have to only discuss the basics of logistics. So that is all for today. Right. So thank you all for attending the class. If anyone has any questions, you can ask me. If anyone of you has any questions. Okay, so thank you very much. Good night. Take care. See you tomorrow. See you next Monday.